Hello there.
Hello there.
Monkey.
I don't remember that being part of the show.
Well, honestly, we're not restarting that one because, like, even though Kaz wasn't on the ball and we got AJ saying Maclunkey, it was all good. Like,
I said monkey.
You said monkey?
Yeah.
See, I can't even hear it, man. Like, it just sounds like that. You could sneak that in, like, Monkey Squadron. I'd be like, okay.
I told you it's Cricket Squadron.
Yeah, that's our new name. We're switching brands. We're going to Cricket Squadron because he's the cutest little pupper in the world. I can do
the cutest and most annoying cricket pup in the world.
I can do the best impression of cricket in the world. So,
can we get a W in chat, please?
Yeah, do it right now.
W in chat for cricket, Sam's cricket impression.
What does that even mean?
I'm just saying, man. So.
Oh, yeah. There he was. There he was. He's like, y'all are making fun of me, and I don't appreciate it.
Just as Tez said that, we heard it.
The mic definitely picked it up for sure. But welcome everybody to the Obi-Wan Kenobi discussion for episode 5. I'm joined by Kaz, AJ, Dan, and Connor.
It's me.
What did y'all think of this episode?
I think it was really brave that they made it a musical.
Yeah. It was a very interesting twist, but I liked it, you know?
Yeah, I would have thought Reva had a pair of lungs like that. Jeez, she could really sing.
Yeah, when they started singing along to Duel of Fates, I was like, damn, dude, that was pretty good.
Yeah. He's a very baritone voice.
I didn't even know Duel of Fates had lyrics, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
He's a Sith Lord.
What do they say my name all the time?
Cricket.
I'm gonna clip that. I think that we've peaked. End the stream. We're done. We don't need to.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ever again.
Just make sure you send that to me so I can edit it. Oh my god!
We're back.
What the fuck? Yes.
Let's go down the list. Kaz, what did you think of the episode?
Oh, there we go.
If you told me I can't hear you,
You can't hear. Okay, let's go down the list. AJ, what did you think of the episode?
Yeah.
I really liked it for a very specific reason. You guys know. I thought it was a really good episode. I'd say 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would say that my score has increased with this episode. So.
Yeah.
Dan, what about you? What are your thoughts?
Fucking loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Why do we even have these guys on the show?
What's that?
Why do we even have you on the show? You're just gonna love every episode.
You know what, mate? Why don't you fuck yourself?
Somebody's gotta love it. Somebody's gotta be super positive.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just enjoying it. I'm just here for the ride, man. I don't. I'm sure there's a couple of bits when we pick it apart that I'd go, yeah, but I would agree on a solid 8 out of 10. Like, it's just the thing is, it's been an average for me of about 8 out of 10 all the way through it, sort of thing. Really, it's just been really good all through it for me.
Yeah. Connor, what about you?
Oh, you know me. I loved it. I had a great time. I thought it was hunky dory.
Any particular what?
My burp.
Gore?
I think so.
I'd say
I'm eating a bun right now.
Any particular moment though, like Connor, that you'd say like stuck out to you then this episode because
there was 2. The first one being the Vader Reva fight. That was amazing. And obviously the flashbacks.
Yeah, okay, at first the flashbacks I felt were kind of weird, but now I've grown to be like they were definitely crucial to this part of the
Also,
story.
how sweet is that? Like Hayden and Ewan being like, "Oh hell yeah, we doing this again 20 years later." Like,
well, as much as they're older, it doesn't actually look that different. You know, it's not that bad.
Well, they did.
The reason why isn't like the scripting. I think did a really good job, like
they did
making it feel like.
In the back, like some of this background is they actually did de-age them.
Oh, really?
But for Anakin, it just doesn't look like it.
Yeah, because Anakin, like, jumping into the episode pretty much, because this is the opening scene on Coruscant with them, like, dueling in the flashback, like, yeah, admittedly, like, Anakin did look a little, like, old, of course, but I think, like, yeah, like, it's whatever. Like, they could have smoothed him out to some extent, I think, because they do that for everyone else, but I think it looked fine. Like I didn't have a problem with it. Like it was more about like the dialogues and like what they were like talking about for me anyway.
That was the only reason they brought back Hayden Christensen, was it for that scene?
I mean, probably, yeah. I didn't expect anything crazy. I mean, like I expected maybe next episode, like if we get a Vader confrontation again, that like his helmet might get like bopped off and we might see like a Hayden eye or something like that.
Yeah.
But something like that. I don't think anything further. I think that this is a fine flashback too to go to. I know people really wanted them to do like Clone War stuff where they'd be in armor, but like I don't know.
That'd be pretty dope.
It would have been dope, and maybe it would have looked better for the age stuff because this is specifically an Anakin that is like Padawan Anakin,
He's
not
like
very
supposed to
young,
be
but
young. Yeah.
he's like 18 or so. So yeah. But it's not like a problem for me again. Yeah, like I didn't have like a really big like negative takeaway on that front. Like I do see a reaction online of people being like, "Oh my god," but whatever. Like at the end of the day, I'd say this is better than Digital Tarkin for sure.
I don't have a problem with Digital Tarkin, but okay.
I only had a problem with Digital Tarkin the more that they used him because at first I was like, oh, I don't even notice. But then, like, later on in scenes, you can really tell. Like, it started to feel like the budget was slowly being lost throughout the production of the movie.
Spent all their money on the Darth Vader scene.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. It's
like, literally, like, at the end when Tarkin says something about, like, yo, like, call Vader and get him to do something. That scene specifically looks like a video game. It's jarring.
It's din jarring.
It's din jarring.
God damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the flashback and especially like how that's used throughout the entire episode. Like my biggest takeaway from this episode and why I think it increased for me is the whole discussion that we've been having throughout these episodes of like when I left you, I was a learner, now I am the master. This episode did fucking work for that because it showed that Anakin has not really grown since that like lesson. You know what I mean? So he's still in his head at this moment because he's doing the same shit. He's still the learner. I totally am on that board now. I'm like, okay, fine, cool beans. You managed to do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that whole Darth Vader scene at the end, best.
Yeah,
best little bit.
That was probably one of the best Vader scenes we've ever had. Like it's up there with the Ahsoka confrontation, I would say.
Yeah, it's live action Vader for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like we've never seen Vader so like badass and quick in live action. Yeah.
Because the Rogue One, like that one doesn't really count because he's fighting a bunch of grunts.
Dynamic.
Yeah, that one's really good. That one's really good too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is still
Like
just like
in
a
Rogue
walking
One,
menace.
he's like very Yeah,
In
like
this
Rogue
scene,
One,
he was moving.
He's
you know?
moving. Yeah.
He's just a walking fucking train at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
While in this, like, I don't know, man, he was an absolute fucking monster.
Yeah. It's like one of those scenes where it's like you wouldn't it genuine like not fear invoking, but to the right viewer, that's fucking terrifying. Just watch him tear around.
I think like just seeing how like, cause like you don't really see it through the entire franchise. I think to that level in like if like you're watching just like for me for example, just having just watched the movies, you don't see Vader be like that really throughout the entire like from like 1 to 6. But then like I mean like in Renus and it's different, but then like on like this, like he just fucking tears it up, man.
Yeah, without even really striking.
Yeah, he's just fucking toying with Reva the entire time. Like she is so like under his level.
Like even the way that he ends the fight by like doing a weird spin thing with his lightsaber, like throwing it and like then just summoning it back at the very end and like being like, I could have done this the whole time, pretty much. Like you were nothing to me, dude.
Isn't that the spin that he normally does?
Isn't it always so, like in every kind of thing ever? Like there's only 2 people to ever beat Vader, and that's like Obi-Wan and Luke.
Tarkin beat him, didn't he?
No one even holds a candle to him.
Well, Tarkin beat him in the comics.
I mean, he did, but he did through like a bunch of bullshit means. Like he did like a thing where he had to like get
Hey,
This
so
is
beat him.
hunting Vader, right?
sure.
Keep
Like
talking.
he got like lightning to like summon onto him and like hurt him. Yeah, and I'm like sure like that's a win, but I'm talking like in a straight confrontation. Like I think
Yeah, that's what I mean.
because like Tarkin's logic is like Batman prep time, where it's like given enough prep time, Tarkin could beat Darth Vader. I'm like yeah, but if Vader like walked up to him and was like choke you to death right now, it's like you're done.
Yeah, it's like the whole I could see like fans being like it's like the whole Darth Vader like prep time. Sorry, with Batman, like that's what like annoys me about Batman. It's like everyone like he can win any fight, but it's prep time, and so it'd be like the same like Batman versus Thor kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Well, I'd say-
Superman decided to fly into his place and just
Fucking
rip his
cave
head
him
off
in.
immediately. He's dead. Like
he's gone. It's done. The fight is over. You've
no
beaten
prep time at
Batman.
all. Batman's dead.
Yeah, so like it's kind of like the same thing with Darth Vader. I mean, like Obi-Wan beat him. Yeah, when we say that no one has beaten Vader, are we talking like Anakin even like with like Revenge of the Sith time too, or like what are we saying like Darth Vader?
Just Darth Vader.
Yeah, then I don't need like because like the Obi-Wan thing is kind of different too because I don't even think that he really could have beat Obi-Wan. It realistically, you know what I mean? Because like Obi-Wan let himself die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like that's just like the power situation with them. Like there are people, but I don't know, like it's more about the fact that it's about bringing Vader
yes.
to like it's about bringing Vader to like the good,
Yeah.
and I think that realistically only could have been Luke or like Padme if she had come back to life through some bullshit means like somehow Padme has
Somehow.
returned.
Somehow, Queen Amidala has returned.
Yeah, shit
Actually,
like that.
Speaking of that, I actually noticed something. Like, someone pointed this out like a couple weeks ago. I saw this meme, and I didn't think of it that way. It's like, do you think Padme actually died because Palpatine, like when he finds Anakin like on Mustafar, and he's like he's still alive, he probably like sucked all the energy out of Padme and put it into Vader.
I like more
That's
the
what I
idea
believe.
that subconsciously that it was Anakin doing it. I like that idea a lot more. But like, it probably is Palpatine in like the canon or something like that.
But I never put that two together. I just was like, oh, she just died. Okay.
He just died of a broken heart.
See, they should've-
You think that's normal, Connor? Come on, man.
They
Think.
should have made that way more clear, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if that's the
Yeah,
case,
for
like they
sure.
should have definitely been like, "Yo, like Palpatine's doing some shit on screen here." Like, I don't know. Like, that's one of the flaws of the prequel trilogy is that we as fans have to come in and be like, "This is what this means, and this is what this is," and
Yeah.
all this like legwork. And George was like, "I'm just making movies. I don't care.
I believe
George was
it's
in there like,
poetry, Sam.
I just like this.
It's poetry. It rhymes."
By the way, Connor, you gotta poop.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Oh.
get right on
I
it.
was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh.
But this the first flashback leads into Darth Vader promoting Reva to Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
This
have
is
you
what I
seen
knew.
the memes?
I knew she was gonna die
of the
right there.
practical jokers, where it's like it's the obviously all of the Inquisitors that have been in the show so far going, okay, now tell her she's the Grand Inquisitor, and it's Vader knighting her, and they're all just fucking losing their minds behind a screen. Fucking love it.
That would have been
Yeah.
great. That's like definitely like a thing to release a behind the scenes joke of or something like that. I'd love that.
Yeah, sneeze.
But yeah, I when that happened, I was like, well, she's dead either this episode or something's happening. I don't know.
Sorry, I should have muted myself.
It didn't even come through, so I think you're good.
Oh, good. Good.
But yeah, what did
Should
you
I do it
guys?
again?
What did you guys feel about the promotion? What did you guys feel like that meant?
I thought it was because like in the end, Darth Vader was like I always knew. So it's more just like a keep your friends close, enemies closer kind of deal.
Yeah, it seemed like a very long term plan for Vader.
You have to wear this pin. It's like thank you for the pin. And
Yeah.
that's how everyone knows.
Did
And
they
it's like,
have
no,
that
it's
on the
so
Rebels model of the Inquisitor?
Let's see.
Let's see. Like, because if not, I found that to be also very funny. That I'm like, why does it gotta be like this pin?
Like I just like it's like yeah, you're an Inquisitor. Like who is this for?
Like, let me just snag this pin off of your dying body or whatever here. Like, just I need this because it means something. This is not
no.
there. No, it's not there. Okay, he lost it in the interim. He was like, shit. Someone else is the Grand Inquisitor.
He's also lost a little bit of other things, like a lot of weight, and his head is longer.
Yeah, he a lot of his ego went to his head at this time of his life. I'd say.
That's why.
Megamind, but is this you?
And of course, I also I just saw a clip of the Grand Inquisitor rework where they just make his head longer and everything. I'm like, I don't think you understand the amount of work that's going to go into this just to make his head a little bit longer. I don't think they gave a shit.
I think that it's all about like I don't know. I think they could have done something theoretically, but I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. Like to me, it's not something that's going to take away from the show. Is that his head is a little bit like wider? You know what I mean?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Who would win in a fight? Megamind or the Grand Inquisitor? Megamind would win, given prep time.
The thing is, I think it's crazy. Like some people will be like, yeah, like this is a like because of that. It's like, nah, fuck this shit.
Connor, what the fuck?
What the hell, man?
I didn't type that.
Wow, what a signature at the end of that.
God damn.
Jesus.
Get fucking hell.
That was my phone.
Connor.
That was your phone. Sure, bud, sure.
Was.
Sure, Jan.
You just
That's not your
today.
phone at all, man.
Just 2T today.
I didn't type that.
Some wind out here, man.
It's 2 today, my dude.
Oh,
No, Connor.
It's actually it's Shatster Day.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Anyway, back on the chat, guys.
Nah, bro.
We gotta get
No,
serious
no,
here,
no,
guys.
no.
This is a serious discussion we have about Kenobi.
About Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Sorry, let me get back
About
onto
the
this.
cannoli.
So, my thoughts are Star Wars should stop being political.
Oh dear God. Anyway, moving on.
Have you guys seen that fucking thread on Twitter? It's fucking stupid.
I have. I've heard you talking about it. Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
Star Wars is political. I think the fans are political.
No. That's the thing. Like, all right, so like someone like, you should stop making Star Wars political, and then like, the Star Wars account, the intern from the Star Wars account retweets, quote tweets, no, replies to it. One, like casting like LGBT characters and people of color isn't political. Two, Star Wars is in the name, like as in war, because war's political. And then someone's like, "Oh, like this is this like something about taxation, the left and shit." And then like, bro, come on. And then like it's a screenshot of like the title scroll from Phantom Menace, and the second fucking sentence mentions taxation. Like, come on.
Well, and
Like,
and just like
sit
even in
down.
general, like I think that like things have like political aspects to them, especially when we deal with something as big as Star Wars that is a whole universe. You know what I mean? Like there's obviously going to be like political aspects to it.
Like literally the like the prequel movies, which like this entire like series is like has a huge focus on, is political. You know? And
Yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
like if you don't see the politics in Star Wars, I think you need to fucking watch something else.
Yeah.
Touch some grass.
Like the
Oh
only
my
way
God, I
you will
can't
miss
believe
is
they
if they
casted a
came out
black
of the
woman
screen
as
and
Reva.
smack you in the face with a lightsaber.
Ugh.
Is the only way to watch. And then that blows my mind when people like mention like that's political. I'm like, how like racing like color? Racing like sex.
The
Political.
yeah, like the only reason you're putting in a
You're
negative
making it
light is
political, yeah.
you're making it negative like by saying this shit, man.
Yeah, like if you get mad at that kind of thing, then it's like it shows a lot about your character.
I can't believe they had a gay couple in Lightyear. That's so wrong. My children watch this, and are your children gay? Did they come out as being gay? Like
And that is being clipped.
Beautiful quote. Get on a shirt.
Are your children gay?
AJ's getting cancelled tomorrow. Too political on a stream.
Are your children gay, AJ?
Fuck's sake. That to me out of context chat can't. I don't think I can.
Are your children gay?
Fuck
Anyway,
Dear
He's
God.
anyway,
Yeah, next part of the episode, pretty much, they land on Jabeam and connect with everyone again.
With Ice Cube Kid.
No, Jabim. This is like just a name of this is
Jabim.
What's your name?
Jabim.
Jabim.
You beam and I burn.
Actually, no, a guy in school I call him Jabin.
Jabim these nuts.
Sorry, bless you. Today, like, I want to have a super serious stream today.
This is going to be our most popular stream today, I'm telling you.
Dear God. Let's hope not.
Oh, what the fuck?
Did you know Sabine is from Jabim?
And same with Satine.
It's also very clean.
Fuck's sakes.
I don't even know.
Anyway,
Watch that movie
this
with
is like
Lightning
the
McQueen.
this is the cameo planet now apparently because like you get like we got Haja, he's back there. The Force sensitive kid and his mom are there on this planet. I thought she was gonna die at one point actually.
and then Kenobi was gonna bring him in and teach him, and they're gonna have a new Jedi Order
Boom.
that rises and falls in 10 years.
F you, Cal Kestis.
There's O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Well, he came with them and stuff like that, but I don't know. Like that's the. I was just pointing out that there were like a couple people from other episodes here.
I think his name should be like.
Did you guys also see Quinlan Voss?
Because
Yeah, he was in the back.
his stage name is OMG, but I think it should be like Little Cube or something like that.
Little Cube would be great.
No, Melted Cube. No.
You beat me to it. I hate you, man. Sometimes you do that. You do that all the time where I'm like, oh, and then you say it. Ooh.
No, it's because like we got the same brainwave, man. You can't blame me because
We're sharing the one brain cell right now.
You know what was a little weird, by the way? There was so many lightsabers and Jedi robes there that I'm like, I feel like you guys shouldn't hold on to those. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
a couple notes about that
location.
for sure. Where it's like, okay, first of all, it was weird to me that they like held up the robe and they were like, "Whoa, like what is?" They didn't even show it that well. It was like, why even show that fucking robe? It doesn't even matter. But secondarily, why not give out these lightsabers to some people in this final confrontation? You know what I mean? Like we're just holding on to these. We could use some of these right now.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, or at least don't leave them out in the open. Like,
I don't know.
Like if anyone came by,
Bill
like,
Grievous be
I
coming
think
out
these
of
guys are trafficking Jedi.
This would make a fine.
Yeah, I mean,
addition to
yeah,
my
they have the whole
collection.
they have the whole wall and stuff where it's just like, yeah, like all of our Jedi signatures. It's like maybe we shouldn't do that, like in case someone comes here and is like, oh, you guys are definitely holding Jedi.
That is like, with all those lightsabers and robes, were those like Jedi that just gave it up? Or like, were those Jedi that just died and conveniently they gotta keep their robes and their lightsabers?
I would say that they died. Probably is what we're supposed to be getting there.
A very gruesome, horrible death, most likely.
Down.
There could also just be Jedi out there, I guess, maybe who have said fuck it and have given up their identities in that way. So either or is a cool idea. Are you looking it up? Like, what do you mean?
What's on the wall? Okay, so we got a lot of things here.
There's a lot on this wall. There's more on this wall than there was in the other room, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a fucking base.
There's a bunch of legends that are becoming canon. Youngling Crest.
Cad Bane Lego. What?
There's a Crest
Like,
of Younglings.
Real?
Corwin
Secretly
Shelve.
pee- It's not secretly, he is just peeing himself.
Why? Why am I secretly peeing myself?
Cad Bane Lego.
Iberus.
Oh yeah, the 10 days.
Why
Yeah,
am
I'm
I secretly peeing myself? You need to see a doctor.
I'm
if you
wondering,
can't
like,
determine.
how actually like important this stuff is. Like, it's not gonna. There's nothing here that he mentioned specifically, like the Quinlan Voss thing in the last few episodes. But I don't know. I don't think.
Oh
there's
my
gonna be
god,
anything
Mace
crazy here.
Windu.
If that happened, I'd be so pissed.
I'd fucking.
I'm telling you now, if Mace Windu ever comes back, that'll be the thing that I'll be like, you know what? That is probably my most hated thing in all of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I absolutely.
What if they
Jackson
do it
back.
really, really cool?
Back.
If that's the case, there's honestly no point to anybody dying in Star Wars. It's like it's how Sam feels about Pell in One Piece. You know, like
Yeah, like that. That goddamn bird should have died.
Dude, so many people should have died in One Piece, like in Skypiea and everything. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll talk about this a different time.
Oh my god, dude, the dad of whatever fucking name was should have died for sure.
Because he
Ugh.
fucking blasted himself 3 times with that shell that kills you in one hit.
Stupidest shit in the fucking world. God. But yeah, we got Lola, we got evil Lola, creeping around the base and clicking one thing to screw everyone over.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
I don't
man,
know where
they
to
need
go.
better security.
She didn't have the plans. How does she know where to go?
I think she's just
I think
winging
Lola-
it, man.
I think I don't know. I think that they're smart. I think that they just know shit.
I think they're just like, well, this looks like a good little area. Let's do a flip.
R2 like talks to the Millennium Falcon and he talks to the computer at Cloud City. I think that like Lola was just like communicating with the robots and being like, "Hey, do you know where like this thing is?"
They're like, yeah, up in the vents. If you go up there and pull this one thing, it could ruin the whole thing.
Neb
Thanks,
was
buddy.
like, yeah,
Thanks,
for
dude.
sure. No, I can't talk. He was doing sign language.
But they go beep boop boop boop.
Beep boop boop. Beep
What's
boop.
that? Beep, beep,
I guess
beep.
Ned doesn't even do that though, right? Like Ned can't even beep.
Yeah, you can't talk.
Ned, well, they're robots. They have like wireless connections, you know.
Yeah, like what if we had gotten a scene where it was Lola and Ned like communicating through like a
They just stand there looking at each other, not saying anything.
link. One of them is voiced by like someone really famous, like John Hamm or something like that. Like that'd be a very funny cameo moment.
If Lola was voiced by John Hamm.
No, sorry, I meant Ned. If Ned was voiced by John Hamm, but yeah, like I
I
don't know.
think it'd be funny if
That'd be
Lola
me.
was.
If Lola's okay, Lola's John Hamm, and then Ned
my
is
God.
voiced by Angelina Jolie, something like that. Like we reverse it,
Ned's a girl? Oh my god.
and she's finally in Star Wars. But yeah, then we got the Inquisitor landing with this full battalion of people. I always love these scenes because they do that shit where they all set up and wait for her to show up just to be like, fire the cannons! And I'm like, why don't you just do that, like, already? Because, like, if you have to
Because
literally
it's
just...
not an order.
I wonder if it was the 501st again. If they were like, we need a bunch of stormtroopers.
Maybe, yeah. I think that they do that a bunch for these shows at this point now, after
Yeah.
Mando and stuff, so... Like, with Mando
Definitely.
Season 1's finale, like, I feel like that should just be commonplace now. I'd be like, yo, 501st, we need you. Get out here.
I am answering the call.
Yeah, I just mean like literally like she could have called him on her fucking cell phone and been like, "Yo, start shooting that door before I get down there."
Hold up. Beep boop, beep boop. Hey yo, what
I
a
mean, like-
Guam bread bin. Open fire.
To shout out our boy Richard, like wasn't he like a part of like one of the shows a while back?
I think he did say that. Yeah, he was a part of the 501st Legion in Mando, I think, or something, wasn't it?
Wait, Richard?
Yeah, like Brutal Richard.
Bro.
Little Richard? Huh. He was there? He was in that show?
I think so.
Yeah, don't remember. Like I think you remember. I heard him talk about it.
My favorite line of this whole episode was when Roken, I think is his name. It's Ice Cube's son, that guy. When Roken said like, how long can you get the door open? And he was like, 4 hours or some shit like that. And I was like, that is a long time, dude. Like that is so long that you should just be expecting to die at this point. You know what
And
I
then
mean?
it didn't feel like 4 hours. Because like,
Absolutely
there's
not,
like a
yeah.
battle, and he's like, yeah, it's open now. I was like, bro, like,
Like we figured it out. 4 hours, dude. I'd be like, what are you talking about? We need
Like,
to get
if-
out of here.
yeah. Like, I just like fucking. I guess that's why they sent Leia into the pipes to clean it out.
To like quicken it up for sure. But even then they were like, get it done in a hour or in an hour. In
A hour.
In a hour.
In B hour.
In
Z hour?
Like 4 hours to,
Yeah.
bro. Just
we got
walk over
Vader.
then.
We got Vader on us, dude. Like we do not have 4 hours.
Why didn't
You
Vader
have
just go
10
down
minutes.
I know that's always my thing with these kind of things. Like Vader, like is just like I'm gonna chill up in the Star Destroyer
wait.
for like way too long.
Yeah, if Vader actually did shit like faster, there'd be no more Jedi. They'd all be gone.
Vader was actually part of the Rebel Alliance. Here in this TED talk, I will explain.
Vader's actually a huge procrastinator.
Oh,
I
you know,
wasn't surprised.
I actually you know what my
career long procrastinator.
You know what my least favorite part of this episode was, though? Is when fucking Obi-Wan gives Haja his, like, communicator, lightsaber, and, like...
Ah.
I mean, he could have kept the communication. Oh no, I guess not. Then they would have gone that anyway.
I mean, like, maybe, but, like, I think it would have been honestly better kept if he had, like, eaten it. And you just gotta pass it later. Pass that shit later, dude. Like, it would have been fucking easy.
Like, Bale messages him, like, hey, Obi, what the fuck?
Where am I right now, dude? What am I seeing? Like, better idea than giving it to Haja, who literally runs away and drops it, looks at it, and keeps running. Like, that.
Yeah, shit was going down, man.
I know, but like, dude, you can run back 2 feet and grab the goddamn communicator that Obi-Wan fucking Kenobi said, keep a look on this or whatever.
Characterization wise, I feel like he did show that like he isn't exactly like super trustworthy.
Well,
Sam, back in the box. Back in the fucking box.
And then like later on too, it was just so convenient too that like Bail Organa like messaged Obi-Wan like the key information that like it's like don't fucking message me that, bro. Like
I think it was just replaying the message that he already sent.
Well, for sure, that's what I'm saying. Like, even in that message, like just the way that he's saying, and I'm like, I was already like, from that message, I was like, so this obviously is gonna get stolen.
She didn't get anything from it. She except for she has to go to Tatooine and find some kid.
And Owen Lars. No, she got like Owen and all that. Like she knows like a lot. Like,
I mean, it's more coincidental that she already met Owen in the first place.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like it's just like it is. I think it's more coincidental that the information that was the only thing coming through was the information she needed to hear.
Well, because I think it was a recorded information that.
But it wasn't all. It wasn't all coming through though. It was like it was cracking and like it specifically was it was like Tatooine, Owen, and I was like, "Fuck off, man!" Like. Imagine if that's how like.
And she like it just says Owen's like, oh, does he mean Owen Lars on Tatooine? I met that guy. I know him.
I know every Owen on Tatooine. There's just the one
like
guy.
3.
I gotta go around to Terminator style and kill every Sarah Connor. But yeah, I don't know. That's just one of those like little things. Like, and I get that like that's for the plot, sure, but like it was a thing that I was like, okay, that's very obvious where that's going.
It's gonna be the end of Incredibles 1, where like Obi-Wan's gonna go back to Tatooine, and Reva's gonna be holding young Luke Skywalker and be like, "Shh, the baby is sleeping."
Yep, absolutely.
And then Luke's gonna go fucking berserk and turn into like a monster and everything.
Yo, actually, that you say that, I could totally see them doing some crazy shit where like Luke does something next episode.
Luke transforms into a Rancor.
Okay, maybe not that, but yeah.
No. I want that. That's what I want.
Yes.
That feels like, I know that these children are so impeccably safe, and we already fucked up because Leia's captured. I'm gonna message Obi-Wan Kenobi, who might be dead or captured, to be like, yo, I'll go take care of the boy on Tatooine with Owen. And it's like, bro, what if he was captured and someone just looked at that? You just gave it away.
Exactly.
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
It's fucking like, bro.
Like, dude,
terrible fucking like spy strategy to like just message you the key information and be like, yeah, like
he's just like, I'm gonna go to the nest and watch the chicks with the father.
like yeah. Like I don't want to be that guy. That would have been cool or something if they had developed a code or something.
Sam, don't lie. You know you want that guy. You want to be that guy.
I know.
Like what the fuck?
Fuck Bale. What the hell was that, bro? You just shot this plan was going great. In fact, if Haji had dropped the communicator, it would have been totally fine. It's just that you messaged me at the worst time.
Yeah.
I would have a strict talking to you. This is why you don't send Leia messages in A New Hope, eh, bud?
Poor fucker.
Ay. Alright, but,
Babe?
Pardon?
Did you call us Babe?
No.
That's where he said Babe.
Me?
I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear that.
Roll clip.
I didn't say it, but I mean, maybe go back and see if that happened. Next part pretty much is Reva and Obi-Wan's communication with each other across the doorway, where we got Reva's backstory pretty much explained to us. We knew it going with what we assumed, but it's kind of even weirder than I thought. Where like I thought she escaped Vader, but she straight up just got stabbed by Vader. Or Anakin, I guess, in this situation, but
yeah,
but her hatred fueled her, and she survived.
She made it through, and I don't know, like that's already like a day. I get that happens, yeah. Like we've seen a guy get cut in half in canon and live, but it's like a very dangerous route to go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the Grand
It's
Inquisitor.
fine, but I feel like if
also
you do it
comes
all the
back.
time, then it becomes less meaningful.
Exactly. Yeah. Like Grand Inquisitor, like coming back already. Like I was like, okay, so that's hinting towards
like,
that. I guess
think-
sure, but
Because like that's like a primary force of the or ability of the dark side of the force is like being so fucking pissed off that you just don't die.
but if they like the problem for me then is that they know that and that they just leave her again. Where I'm just like,
Yeah,
no, but
okay, yeah,
blast
that's
this
true, though.
bitch. Like, blast this bitch a few times, because she's going to obviously come back and kill us again. She obviously doesn't, but... It's just one of those things where it's like, if you know that the dark side has this capacity, then, ooh, we should probably do something extra.
I looked up the Grand Inquisitor on Wikipedia, and there's a list of Grand Inquisitors.
What? What do you mean?
We have the Grand Inquisitor from 19 BBY to 9 BBY. We have Third Sister from 9 BBY to 9
okay.
BBY. And then the Grand Inquisitor from 9 BBY to 4 BBY.
God damn it.
That's
That
the
is
list.
hilarious, because...
The Grand Inquisitor doesn't even have a name.
I think that he's gotta, at one point, like, they're gonna have to do that in, like, the show. That one of those Jedi shows, like, the animated one that we were talking about, it'd be really cool to see, like, the Grand Inquisitors, like, fall, in a way. And, like, see who he actually was. Because we know he was a temple guard, yeah, but I just want to know more about, like, him and himself. We know that... We know him and Jocasta Nu, like, had it out for each other because he wanted information from the archives, but she wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah, but if the information is in the archives, then it doesn't exist, okay?
He's right. He's right, guys.
He's got us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him.
But then Darth Vader comes in the coolest scene.
Oh,
Of the show.
we're... Yeah.
No.
We can talk about that for sure.
We're skipping ahead now.
Okay.
We're missing this part. We've already discussed it.
Where he comes in,
Nah, we just talk about what we want to talk about. It's absolutely fine.
grabbing that ship out of the air and bringing it to the ground and then tearing it apart.
That was fucking dope, I will say.
Mm.
Like, that was one of those shows of powers in the Force that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've been discussing how like we want the Force to like be like shown that like used during combat, and, like just
And he
show
sort of
how
does use
powerful
it during
is. And
combat.
He does. Yeah, exactly.
Well, he
Like, I
slows
think
her
that was-
like spinning lightsaber at one point. He's like, nope, none of
And
that
then
shit.
he throws the lightsaber and pulls it back to himself. And
the first whole act of that fight is Vader just showing how much power he has with the Force.
but yeah, she's like trying to slice him. He just stops it with one hand and just like directs it differently.
Mm.
Yeah, I honestly thought, like, at one point, because it would have been crazy to see him do something where he let her strike his arm or something, because considering he's robot and shit like that, like, if he was literally like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can cut through my arm and I'll still come after you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give him some kind of Jason moment where, like, it's like, I can lose a hand, I can just put that back on later, I don't care.
Loses both his hands and his legs and he's still just crawling after.
Hover, dude, one of these days they're gonna do something so extreme where he hovers through the Force or some shit when that happens to him, and he just like moving like a nub man through the air.
Just dangling there like a fucking puppet.
You can't stop me. But yeah, I thought that fight was definitely, like we were saying before, like one of the best live action Darth Vader moments for sure. Yeah.
It was like you were saying earlier, though. It's like it's the way that he toys with her. You know, he's very meticulous, and the way that he just knows everything about this person, and is just waiting for her to strike, so he can just be like, "My turn, bitch," and just fucking mow her down. It's chef's kiss.
Yeah, it was a beautiful.
Have you seen how many people have kicked off about how Vader using the Force and pulling down that ship and then not spotting the second one? Like, what is wrong with people?
Well, I
he's
think
kind
that
of focused on one thing right now.
yeah, and I think that,
about
like,
it another way, his hatred is
Yeah.
blinding him. Like, he is so blind to what is actually happening because of his hatred towards Kenobi. He's just ripped a fucking ship out of the sky, and one's just taken off. He's depleted at this point. Like, he's knackered.
I don't even know if I see it in that way. To me, it's more of just like filmmaking at one point. Like, you do a cool thing, and then like the other thing takes off, and he's gone. Like, it's like cool, sure. Like, we can say that like he's drained of his power, But in other things, we've definitely seen that he could have probably stopped that ship. And it's not like I'm saying that that's a problem with the show. I'm just saying that like it's whatever.
Well, then you could also say that was for filmmaking that that Haja dropped the communicator, Sam.
Ooh, we got him.
Well, no, but like, and he could have dropped the communicator thing. Like, I'm fine with that happening. It's just the way that they again, like
we could say the same thing that was just for filmmaking that he worded it that way.
But through the filmmaking, even presented there, like he shouldn't have noticed that he dropped it. Is the big thing there? I'd say that was like the flaw with that part. I
agree with that.
Yeah. Like that is like the key part. And I'm fine with like Vader just being like focused on that, like because through the filmmaking, it's got to be out of there. Because if by that logic, I feel like then it would be like we're gonna have a scene where he's literally stopping like 30 ships coming out of a hangar before it's like, and it actually got away because now his powers are drained. You know what I mean? Like I don't like seeing the Force that way.
Well, guess what? It's not your Force, is it?
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I like,
Force,
but it's not. I don't think that they showed it necessarily that he was drained. Is the thing. Like, I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, they sort of did. He was like draining the entire time.
Well, he always is like.
Like
that's
just,
always what
yeah.
like anger like. I don't think that they showed him like fall, like not fall, but go downwards after of like, oh, that was a lot. I just think he stood there and was like, yeah, like.
Have you ever seen him on one knee when he's not begging for the Emperor?
Well, no, but I don't think he would have gone down to one knee, though, is what I'm saying. I think he would have just, like, huffed down. Like, not down to one knee, but, like... I don't know how to explain it.
Just like, he puts his hands on his knees, like, holy shit!
Whoa, that was a lot! But I just mean, like, subtly or something. You even see it, like, he didn't use any Force things, but moments, like, in Return of the Jedi, when he's talking to Luke, and on Endor or whatever, and at the very end of it, when Luke's gone, and he goes over to the rail and like leans on it, and you're like, whoa, like that's like a human moment right there from Vader. He didn't do like any.
He's also old as shit in that. Okay,
he's 44.
I mean, he's
old
not,
as shit, bro.
He's not doing like any.
Up.
He's not doing any like poising for anybody at that point. That is just a human moment where he's like, whew. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like Vader is just always exhausted. Always.
I mean, because he's old as shit. I just said it.
Exactly.
He's an asthmatic 40-year-old man.
Well, I think that, but I don't know, like the way that again, like through the filmmaking there in that scene, that is more so shown to be like an emotional, like beat for him at that point, where he's like actually like taken aback by what Lucas said in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think like for the like the show don't tell of that scene is very good.
Yeah. Like, and I'm not saying that I have a problem with what happened with the ship thing. Like, I just mean that like. I did see people complaining about it where they're like, "Oh, why didn't you stop the other ship?" And I'm like, "Cause fucking Christ, people! Like the show's gotta happen. I don't know what you want sometimes, you know."
What they could have done, is have him trying to stop the second ship, and then Obi-Wan's pushing back,
something like that, or
so
like, I said for like when Rogue One happened, I was always suggesting he could have tried to stop the Tantive, and maybe like a cannon shoots back at him and stops him.
Yeah,
so, like something to like stop his focus, but. Something like that, sure, but I didn't really need that in this part. He was already focused on the one ship. Like
but it could have been cooler.
Could have been cooler, sure, yeah. But jumping back a little bit, there was the part where Reva cuts down the doorway after their conversation, and immediately they're swarmed by like 50,000 stormtroopers, and it was shocking, honestly, that scene. Combined with like the fact that the shaky cam was not helping the filmmaking in that aspect.
Oh, it was
you know what? Sorry, I can't hear anyone, but I have a point actually with shaky.
Well, sorry, Connor's saying something though, Kaz. So, what were you saying, Connor?
I was saying like with all the stormtroopers and like all the gunfights, and it was very shaky. Like it was hard to watch some point.
Bro, we didn't even talk about Ned dying.
We're getting to that part, yeah, because everyone you guys jumped to the Darth Vader fight.
I thought we were already at that part.
Nope, that's like at the end of the episode.
Yeah, with the fucking shaky capture, like just ever since fucking Battle of the Bastards or whatever the fucking episode it was in Game of Thrones, everyone's like, we gotta have shaky cam. Get fucked.
It's even been before that, I would say. Like shaky cam has been a prominent thing, like in a lot of I think action scenes like this, where you're trying to like not show everything. It's just ridiculous.
I would say like, for me at least, like I've noticed it most after watching fucking Game of Thrones, and like they use it way too much in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know if I noticed.
It makes sense
I don't
because
think
it's supposed to show like the chaos of like
Yeah,
battle.
I get that, but at the same time, like I feel like there's other ways they could have done it.
I just feel like you can show the chaos of battle in a better way. Like in Game of Thrones, I think that they didn't do it as much as we're saying. Honestly, like in the later fights, sure, maybe, but
That's what I mean. Like, in like as soon like that, but that's the thing. Like, because like they used it so much in the end, all at once. It's like, because like that's
I think it was done well in
like,
like the Battle of the Bastards and stuff.
yeah,
Like, they did it
I
once
personally
with
was not a
good,
big fan of
with,
that
like-
fight in general, if I'm being honest. But I don't know.
Mm.
I thought it was the best fight.
Really?
I think
Battle of the
I think
Bastards.
Sword of Wars.
Fuck
Man, my favorite
Sport the
my
Wars
favorite
cooler.
like war scene from Game of Thrones, not to get off topic, but it's probably the Battle of the Blackwater. Yeah, the season 2.
I've
Yes.
never seen Game of Thrones, and I do not intend to watch it either.
It's so good
be
until
like
you get
that.
to season 8. It's so good.
Yeah, I remember like when I was getting my brothers to watch it, I told them wait till season 2. Like if you're not enjoying any of this, just give it a minute, give it a go, and like they started enjoying it and stuff, and like they saw Battle of Black One, like okay, we're in.
Yeah, that's the best shit in the world, yeah.
Yeah, because like it's a good fucking like
But like in this, like I don't feel like
Sounds
you need
honest.
the shaky cam shit. Like it just feels like if you had like a steadier like shot, it'd be more coherent. I don't know.
I feel like they like hit him with the Dutch tail. I don't know, man. Like just I think
You're a Dutchy
like
guy.
having it.
I don't want
No,
no Dutch angle.
it's the only angle I know.
Yeah, apparently.
Dan Chekhov's gun.
That's not an
but
angle.
I know it's not an angle.
That's just a filmmaking like term.
That's all I know about filmmaking. It's like those like Dutch angle and fucking or Dutch tilt, sorry, and what's it called? Not shaky cam. I do not like this token I've made. Sorry.
But unfortunately,
yeah.
we lost Tala and Ned. Ned more so because I don't know. I love Tala,
Yeah,
but like
like, I
Ned
felt-
was like underutilized. I think of the show. Like I needed more Ned.
I will say
They
this.
should
So bummed out.
This, like I said about Rogue One, is like cool, but like I don't really have any attachment to these characters because I just don't. They're not there enough for me to get attached to them.
Yeah. Like we haven't experienced these characters enough to be like, oh hell yeah, like or not hell yeah, but like oh like I'm gonna be emotionally devastated by this death, you know?
Listen,
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost unfair because Callus gets like 4 seasons of development, but like you get to see that guy go like so much from like point A to point B, and it's really cool. Whereas Tala, it's like yeah, that happens a lot. A lot of people defect from the Empire. A
Yeah.
lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Concerned about
one of
this
the main characters.
voice box.
Fucking I know, Ned. Oh, but I felt more for Ned than I did for Tala.
Ned, my
Oh,
guy,
man.
he just needed his hammer and he could have bashed all their heads.
He would have fucking taken Vader with that hammer. Like I swear, I wish I just like. Oh,
We've
just give
never
me a
seen
scene
him
where-
use it. We just
He just like
noticed.
yeah.
Yes.
They
Ned's hammer.
they sent the Star Wars like the official fan page stated that he was one who trained the armorer from Mando.
You fucking lie.
I do.
Okay,
Like,
but that would have been hilarious. Like they're like Ned trained the famous Mandalorian armor. You're like, what? I want to read that comic. Oh my
This
god.
fucking random droid that just picks up and puts down boxes.
I
Mm.
can show you how to smash a stormtrooper helmet, lady. Don't worry. I can't even communicate to you. I just can show you the action. I'm a good teacher.
It's simple.
It's show, don't
Hammer,
tell.
Bosh. Show and
No,
tell.
don't tell.
Circle time. This is how you do this.
But eventually, after Tala dies and Ned unfortunately falls as well, Obi-Wan...
F in chat, guys.
Yeah, F in chat. Obi-Wan decides that he has to give himself up over to Reva. Which also led to a hilarious scene, in my opinion, where she's like, yeah, you two stormtroopers, escort him away. And it's like, this is fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, these 2 stormtroopers are literally...
Doobie doobie cannoli. Well, I
you're
think that's
sit-
the plan. Is that like because like they made the plan to have Reva, you know, like attack Darth Vader. So
Okay, like, so that was them
The plan
formulating their own thing that at that moment?
I think yeah, like
Okay.
like
think
when
that
like
was
they
what
were taken
happened.
away by the stormtroopers. I think the plan was that he escapes so that Darth Vader goes after him.
See, and I just like I don't know, like I guess I missed that in the way that it
It's
felt like it was
said,
shown. Like
yeah.
I guess yeah, because they were kind of just saying it, as like we're gonna do this plan and whatever happens happens. Like we're not really together, but we'll try to do something.
He was like, I'm not. Like he said, like you're not bringing me to Darth Vader. You're using me to bring Darth Vader here, or something like that.
No. It's
something like that.
You're not using me to bring him here. I'm using you to bring him here. Because basically, what he's essentially alluding to is Vader is more than aware, and he's just waiting for the opportune moment to get the pair of them at the same time.
Yeah, like to me, like it just feels like at the end of that scene, like we didn't really get like a confirmed. Like I feel like Obi-Wan is taken away in that moment, and he's like, I guess we're doing it, but I don't know. It just felt very like that plan could have gone south at any second because of everything.
They could have planned that a lot better. Yeah, it's like as a plan.
Yeah, I think that was the point, though, right? Is that like we can't show Reva like overtly. Do you think that Reva by the end of the show is going to go to the good? I don't think so. Like I genuinely.
I think she's gonna fucking die.
I think she's going to die. People think she's coming out of the show alive. I've seen a lot of comments saying that. I just don't think that. I get that like it's a kind of a redo of Trilla in a way.
Rebels.
Obi-Wan's gonna like. That's what I think. Obi-Wan's gonna like do get out with Vader. Somehow he's gonna like escape. Vader's gonna be like, I don't think he's dead, but everyone's gonna be like, he is dead. Obi-Wan's gonna go back.
Why was he on this planet in the first place? There must be a kid here.
There with Luke hostage, and then he's gonna have to kill Reva.
Yeah, like I think that Reva
is gonna kill Reva.
I do.
Secret assassin.
I do genuinely think that that Reva will die by the end of the show. I don't think that she's going to get like a redemption kind of thing. I feel like having another one of that kind of thing.
No, I may have a slight theory. So have you guys ever read the comic where I think it's Darth Maul? It's a Legends comic now, but like Darth Maul basically hunts down Luke, and it's Uncle Owen that kills Maul, and basically tells Kenobi to back the fuck off and don't come near us again. I feel like Reva's going to go hunt him down, and Owen's going to be like fucking John Rambo and murk her, and Kenobi's like, whoa, what the hell's going on? And he's like, get your shit and leave. Do not want you here. Stop bringing this shit to my doorstep. And that's how Reva's going to die.
That'll be interesting.
I think that kind of thing could happen, maybe. Yeah.
I'd like that.
I like the idea that Owen is the one that kills her, yeah. That finishes it off. Like give some value to like Owen as like an actual protector.
I know you were saying you wanted like this to like be like where it shows like his love for Luke.
Yeah,
Luke with two U's.
And like I don't mind that like it isn't like that because it isn't focusing on Luke in the first place. But if it does go back to Luke for like even like a hot second, I think it would be nice to like have that be
even for an episode, like, like that's like a really cool idea. Like people are getting both of what they want with the show. Like they're getting the Luke stuff at the end and the Leia stuff for the most of it. Which again, like as I've said, like the best thing that this show did is surprise me entirely with that Leia idea. I think that's
I agree.
My favorite aspect of the show. Which is weird saying your Obi-Wan Kenobi review, but I mean, yeah, like Leia is definitely my favorite part.
No, yeah, I think I wouldn't say my favorite part about it all, but I think like
my favorite story beat, like the idea Vader behind it is really good.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's like what I would have said. Like my
before the show,
I enjoy how refreshing it is.
But before the show came out, it's like, yo, like why would Obi-Wan leave Tatooine? And then it's like, oh, because Leia's in trouble. And I'm like, that's a totally good fucking reason. Like, I actually really think that they nailed the reason to get him off the planet.
Yeah.
And then we pretty much just have Vader marching through the hallways until he gets to the scene that we already talked about, with the fight afterwards.
We should talk about that again, I think.
How good it was. It was incredible.
It was really good.
That's, like, awesome.
He's
just like, oh! Ooh! He's like, love when he makes weird noises.
Hey Cricket, that's always my favorite moment with Vader. Yeah, is when he's like, "Ooh, hoo-wah!" like that kind of shit. Those are the best noises he can make. I love it. Yes. But yeah, then we pretty much get to the point where Reva, left in the dirt, finds the communicator that Bail Organa left a convenient message on. Gosh dang.
D-dang.
Dan, you believe in this moment? You believe?
I believe.
Yeah.
Always believe.
I believe in that boy.
It's leading towards an exciting finale, and that's kind of where I'll like let it go in that regard. Like, I think it is going to a place that's cool. That's been the best part about the show too. Is Disney Plus shows normally for me like lose traction. Like, I normally by the end I'm like, I didn't like that, but I feel like this show has reversed that. Where at the beginning and like up until episode 3, I felt kind of meh, but everything since then I've been really enjoying. Like, I think that the show has definitely been on an upward curve for me.
I think that's the good way of doing it. I'd rather it be like a slow burner, and then it get good, rather than it be great off the bat and then just gradually just lose quality towards the end of the finale and stuff.
Yeah, like I just felt with like that through a lot of Disney Plus shit already.
Well, I think like it should be like the first episode should be like a kicker to like get you in, like be like, wow, this is really interesting. Then the next few episodes could be like kind of meh, but then like then it'll pick up from there, you know?
Yeah.
I think the first episode should just be the real eye catcher, and then it'll slowly pick up back to that level again by the end.
That's why I was totally fine with the last episode of The Boys being kind of okay, because I was like, oh, this is the middle of the season pretty much right now, so like this is where I expect things to kind of like middle out, and then things are gonna pick up by the end again. Like that's
like, there's certainly no like the dick sneezes. So.
Yeah, boy howdy. That was a moment for sure.
That's the eye catcher for that episode, I think.
Yeah. We showed that to Bai, and she was like, well.
It's a horrible scene.
It was so good.
It was painful, man.
Yeah, it made me feel things, definitely the whole time. I was like, uncomfortable as hell.
Yes.
But yeah, do we have any closing thoughts on Obi-Wan Kenobi, Episode 5? What was your guys' biggest takeaway? What do you guys think is going to happen next?
Hated it.
What do you guys think is going to happen next week for the finale?
All right, let me paint you a picture, guys. Let me paint you a picture.
Riva
goes to Tatooine, okay? And then she's gonna find Owen and Luke and kill Owen. Okay? Now, stay with me. I know what happens. She's gonna grab Luke and she's gonna contact Darth Vader and be like, I have this kid here. All right? And then Obi-Wan's gonna fly in. Riva's gonna be there. And he's gonna fight Riva. Save Luke. And then put him back in. And then when Darth Vader gets there, he's gonna lure him away. Make sure that he doesn't know that Luke is actually there, and then throw sand at him. That way he's like, oh, fuck. And then, in order to, when he goes back to check on Luke, he's going to grab Owen and clone him. Okay? And then the clone, the Owen that we see in the original trilogy is the clone of Owen.
This is going on for too long, AJ.
You bet. All I'm saying is Darth Vader better not land. Darth Vader better not set foot on Tatooine next episode.
Yeah,
that better not happen.
not to add to the meme. But yeah, I don't. If Vader steps in Tatooine, immersion ruined.
Like
he said he hates sand. No,
I'd be like, God damn it.
Yeah, like, cause like if he knew Luke was in Tatooine, I think that would like negate like almost well,
even not even Luke specifically. If he had any suspicion that Obi-Wan was on Tatooine, I feel like he'd be like, well, fuck, we gotta really like, I hate sand, but I gotta go back there.
Yeah, I feel like he hates Obi-Wan more than he hates sand.
Yeah, yeah, really.
No, like, I get it.
Visible doubt. I think he hates sand more.
Not even for the meme. Honestly, I don't. Yeah, I couldn't see him hating sand more than he hates Obi-Wan.
My biggest prediction and my biggest need next week, and this is probably a bad thing for me to say, but like I need Qui-Gon to show up next week.
He has to.
Yeah, that's the big thing. That he has to, like, even if it's just a voice, because they say they might have a second season. Even if it's just like a voice confirming that Qui-Gon is with him, I'm okay with it.
Because to me, like when you're doing this Obi-Wan show and you specify that he has not done that level of training,
maybe it'll be the final scene of the thing. It'll be like a brief dialogue of just Qui-Gon going, Obi-Wan, like just trying to call out to him, and he's like, Qui-Gon,
why didn't you save me?
Just ends.
I think in a pivotal moment of like maybe if he's facing Vader or Reva or something like that, if he's not doing well, I think Qui-Gon will come to him and help him or something like that. Like give him wise words to like push him through.
All right, guys, I just looked up the cast of Obi-Wan, and you're not gonna believe this shit.
No Liam Neeson.
No Liam Neeson.
Well, I mean, like but I mean, they said that with like a bunch of things before, and he's even been like, I'm not gonna.
I know, but like that's. But like with recent trends, a lot of times they bring in or like they'll reveal that people are in a show based on the casting. They'll look up the cast and be like, "Oh, fucking Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic is in Multiverse Madness."
Well, that specifically seemed to have happened like right at launch when that one came up with the Reed Richards one in the Google.
I just think
listing.
it happens a lot.
It happens quickly, like when it comes out. But I think that they're gonna hide this one like they did with the Andrew Garfield kind of shit. Like,
Yeah.
even Liam Neeson's like, "Yeah, I'm not in it," and I'm like, "Yeah, but like you kind of have to be."
I mean, Ewan McGregor said this for 5 years.
They
I
just
don't
get
believe
Liam
anything you
Neeson,
fucking
like-
say.
Sounded like.
Well, they could just go honestly get like voice clips from him, like from every movie he's been in, and just like jumble it together and be like, "That's Qui-Gon."
Like the voice clip they get is just like, "You have midichlorians."
I don't know, because I mean, Liam Neeson has voiced Qui-Gon in everything.
Yeah,
So like even in Clone Wars,
Yeah.
he voiced Qui-Gon again, which was really
Yeah.
cool.
like
That is
Liam
cool,
Neeson
yeah.
has even stated that he loves playing Qui-Gon.
I think there's
Yeah.
grounds for it to happen. I just like, and that's why I want it to happen. I feel like if you're making an Obi-Wan Kenobi show set in this time, that's one of the check boxes that you need to have happen. Is Qui-Gon needs to show up.
That's what I love about like Ewan McGregor. He like how much he just loves playing
Loves
Obi-Wan.
the character.
He just loves the character so much.
A big
I mean,
criticism.
like understandable.
I would too. Yeah.
A big criticism I have of like new Star
love
Wars in general, I would say, is just the lack of Force ghosts in general. I think like yeah, you point out like Last Jedi, Yoda, and Luke
I was
in,
gonna say, yeah, like-
in Rise of Skywalker, but like these moments, like when you have like the Force ghosts
And Leia.
I guess Leia showed up too. Yeah. When you have these Force ghosts around and they have apparently all this power, but they don't do anything really, like show up to say anything, like I feel like it kind of minimizes it and makes you
But-
go like, well, what is this then?
Well, like why? I don't see why they need to.
I feel like there's a lot of moments where it's like a Force ghost should have shown up. Like, I mean, Kylo Ren is a big one for sure, where it's like, yeah, Anakin, what are you doing as a Force ghost right now?
I guess so.
He's making amends with all the children he slaughtered.
Yeah, it's
There's a lot of them, so
I
it's
think that
taken
there's
a
just
while.
like if in the original trilogy Force Ghosts are showing up like to Luke to just be like, "Yo, go to Dagobah," and it's like, okay, like and
I
maybe a
love that
Force Ghost
scene.
should show up to fucking Kylo Ren and be like, "Don't do the thing you're doing, dipshit." Like I don't know. That and then like Qui-Gon, like show up, like if you can show up, buddy, show up.
Well, like, because if this is the case, then like, what the fuck are even the main characters doing? If Ghost could just come in and start fucking shit up if they have all this power.
Well,
I mean,
but not even in that
feel like it sounds
capacity. Like,
it's
I think it's
just,
like what I'm saying is it doesn't have to happen all the time, but it should happen more than it does.
I think it's just a cop out.
It's
Yeah.
like in D&D, like if like you would like get divine intervention all the fucking time, like
Yeah,
But it's
like,
it's
everyone
not
knows
about all
it's
it's not about all the
diminished
time though.
effect.
It's about literally just showing up sometimes and doing like
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think
like-
but like then for like the one cool moment, yeah, like fucking
for one cool moment, yeah, but like all the time, it's just then just becomes like why wouldn't they do anything then? Like why would the main character even go out of their way to go save Leia when a ghost could just go and do that shit?
well,
I
that's
feel like in
that's the
that
thing.
case,
Like,
like,
and
sometimes
that,
it's
that's
like
what they
last
need to go.
resort kind of thing.
I feel like what this trilogy, like going into like the sequel trilogy discussion ish kind of stuff, like what they should have done more so is explored that aspect of the Force. Kind of like how like, and not to bring up my whole Kung Fu Panda thing, but like kind of like how the third movie explained a lot about how the spirit world worked in that way.
Speaking of which, are we gonna be doing a Kung Fu Panda the new show talk?
Amazing.
excuse me, there's a show.
There's a new Kung Fu Panda show
been
coming out.
a couple shows.
There's
that
a
have
couple
happened.
Kung Fu Panda shows.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that like if we had gone into that aspect of it more and explained how that operates then and explained it to people, then that would have been better. Because right now it's all up in the air and these things can do things, but they apparently just don't show up and I don't know. Like again, like, they don't have to do anything. They just have to talk to people. They just have to give words of wisdom. That's all I'm saying. Like how Obi-Wan like sits down with Luke at the end of Return of the Jedi. Like I just feel like there needs to be moments where these Force ghosts are like, yeah, like we're here to talk to you and give you some tips and tricks.
Good point.
Sure, like Yoda and Luke did that, but the way it's handled is just not there. Han Solo in Rise of Skywalker should have really been replaced with Anakin.
Yeah.
Like
That for sure. But the other stuff, I think it's a non-issue.
But like, what do you mean? Like so you don't want to see Qui-Gon in the show per se? Or?
And Qui-Gon in the show for sure because they've been building him up. But like having like what you're saying is just having all these ghosts just pop out more and more just because like I think it's I haven't really had an issue with that.
Well, I'm just like in the 30, like, okay, well, like even naming the movie The Force Awakens kind of to me at least implied there could have been something happening in the interim from Return of the Jedi to Force Awakens that maybe like hindered the Force Ghost's appearance or something like that. But again, these movies don't really go into that. Like they kind of just
like in 30 years the Force just dwindles down and then now it's awakening again.
Something like that. Like and maybe that is the case, right? Like maybe in the canon that we're going to learn, maybe like Luke's order fails ultimately because the Force just wasn't as powerful at that moment. It needed to hibernate for like 30 years or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, like that kind of thing. Like, yeah, that's how you could kind of explain to me that the Force ghosts have sort of hindered,
like those human representations or wherever they were. They're like getting old, and then they have to like train the new representations of the Force.
Yeah, like I would be totally okay with the thing with like maybe Force ghosting is sort of a hard thing to do, and you are just in the spirit realm of the Force, and to present yourself is an immense amount of energy, but like. I don't know. Like, again, like they'd have to kind of go into that and explain it more, but that's also demystifying the Force, and I know people don't like that. It's kind of like the big problem where like the Force can do all these things, but we can never get like really like the specifics ever because it would just be yeah.
Gillette razor.
All right, you guys got any other guesses or expectations for next episode that you want to get out there?
I think
I had one, but I can't remember.
All right.
Dan went on his rant about ghosts.
Yeah, we got that in there.
Thank you, love.
I'll get Monkey in there. We'll get the raid
got
message
some noodles.
with our beautiful Kaz in there.
I didn't realize that's what you meant. I'm like, wait, what? What am I doing something?
But you are streaming later, right, Kaz?
I am. Well, I'm not streaming, but I am guesting on Ink and Liars. We're doing some. I'm doing.
Hello?
What?
Yes? Huh? Hello?
You just completely like zoned out on your thought midway through.
Did I?
Yeah.
Huh?
I think you cut out.
I might have cut because I was speaking. I didn't stop. Yeah. No, I'll be on with Ink and Liars later on tonight at in 1 hour. 2 hours. Sorry.
Do you want to put that into the
chat? I'll drop a link. So if you guys want to come and hang out and like see me draw some art with Deanna and Lauren, come by.
Probably help spell Discord, right?
I do not all the time.
We'll post it in the
Discord.
We'll probably post it in Discord and stuff. So if you want to hop in there and join, feel free. We got a nice little community of people always hanging out.
Yeah.
Come say hi.
We are going to raid into Iceberg Synth. He right now is playing some Lego Star Wars.
Ooh, let's go. Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Yippee!
Yoshi!
Now this is pod racing. Try spinning, that's a good trick.
Okay, the raid is set. Copy in those raid messages. I'm going to get that monkey.
I'm going to get that motherfucking monkey.
I'm going to grab that monkey.
Whoa.
Monkey!
I love your obsession with the monkeys, AJ. It's beautiful.
Favorite animal.
My favorite animal, man.
I just remember, me going, I'm going to go to a zoo with someone, and you were like, oh my god, I can tell you everything about the monkeys. I just remember sending you a picture, and you were like, it's not a real monkey. And I was like, oh, okay.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back next week with our finale thoughts on Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I think we're going to do on Thursday again next week, Miss Marvel Episode 3. That's been a great show. We've been having a fun time with AJ and Dan on that show.
Yeah.
Me and AJ are going to at one point talk about The Boys, half of the season, and then we're going to finish it off with like another episode with just the final 3 later on down the line. And then we got Roro this week, so hell yeah. We'll be back with D&D this Friday.
Yay!
So, thank you guys for watching. Maclunkey.
Cricket says bye. Bye.
Maclunkey.
Yeah.
See you later. See you later.
Oh man,
No,
Cricket, come
why
on,
would
bro.
you do that?
All right,
Why would you do
Maclunkey.
Maclunkey.
Um,